They told her the beads will bring her a rich husband, but nobody told her to avoid funerals while wearing it. That evening, 5 widowers showed up at her door with wine, goat meat, and bride price. Sit back and hear the story that shook the whole of Nkwo market. Once upon a time, in the bustling village of Nkwo, lived a woman named Ujunwa, but everybody called her Uju Baby. She wasn't the most beautiful in the village, but what she lacked in hips and complexion, she made up for in ambition, wig glue, and boldness. Uju was a small chop seller at Nkwo market, but what she really wanted in life was one thing: a rich man. Not just any man, no. She had tried love. It gave her heartbreak and 2 missed periods. She had tried church. All the ushers wanted was free puff-puff and her transport money. She had tried matchmakers. One introduced her to a man who said hi and requested 10K loan the same day. So when she heard of Mama Alaba, the woman who sold spiritual waist beads that draw men like ants to honey, Uju's ears stood like a network pole. Mama Alaba's store was located at the back of the market, past the dry fish women and opposite the toilet shed. Nobody went there casually. You only went there when you were ready to play with powers beyond pancake and prayer points. Her beads came in colors: red for passion, gold for money, black for revenge, white and blue mix for one-night miracles. She didn't explain what that meant, and nobody asked. But the one Uju bought was called Husband Now. Shiny green with 7 copper charms wrapped in small calabash. Costs 3,000 naira. Uju had only 3,200 left in her account. Mama, will it work? She asked. Mama Alaba nodded slowly. If it doesn't work, I will refund your bride price myself. That was all she needed to hear. Now, this is where the trouble began. Along with the beads came strict instructions. 1. Do not wear the beads to any burial. The spirit inside does not like death. 2. Don't wear it when on your period. The bead rejects blood, not offered. 3. If more than 3 men propose to you in one day, slap water on your forehead before you answer. 4. Most importantly, never ever sleep facing west with the beads on. Uju Baby read the list, nodded, but as you can guess, she didn't take it seriously. The very next day, she tied the beads under her waist, rubbed powder, and wore a skirt that was more slit than fabric. Boom! 3 men bought food from her without asking for change. One Okada man gave her free ride and called her Queen of Peppered Meats. Even Chief Emeka, the stubborn old widower with dry lips, winked at her and said, "Young lady, you remind me of my 3rd wife." Uju Baby smiled to herself. So this is how slay queens become wives. She even updated her WhatsApp status. If you don't propose by December, don't greet me in January. But one Saturday, Uju's cousin, the one they used to mock for being fat, died in a tragic yam eating contest. The burial was announced and of course Uju went, not to mourn but to show body and display the beads work. As she walked into the compounds, hips moving like Pentecostal tambourines, 5 widowers turned. I mean real widowers, men whose wives had passed in the last 6 months, some still wearing black wrappers, some of them were ghosts. They didn't even finish their fufu. One of them, Papa Bube, whispered, "If my wife sees me from the spirit world, she will understand. This one is not flesh, she is purpose." That evening, as Uju was eating jollof rice and chicken in her room, there was a knock. She opened the door. Papa Bube. "Good evening, my daughter," he said, holding a bottle of seaman schnapps and 3 tubers of yam. I've come to pay pre-introduction." She laughed and shut the door. 10 minutes later, another knock. Chief Okafor. He brought wine, palm oil, and a small goat. "Uju baby," he said, "I dreamt we were washing my clothes in heaven. It must be divine." By 1 a.m., 3 more men came. One said, God showed him her face during praise and worship. Another one said she looked like his late wife's younger sister. All 5 men wanted to marry her. All 5 men lost their wives recently, and all 5 men were ghosts. They looked half dead. Uju panicked. She remembered the warning, "Don't wear it to a burial. The spirit inside does not like death." In fear, Uju ran to Mama Alaba the next morning. She told her what happened. Mama Alaba simply nodded. "The spirits think you belong to them now. You walked into a funeral with their sacred tie on. To them, you're already one of the widows' club." "So what do I do?" Uju cried. "I don't want to marry anybody's dead grandfather." Mama Alaba handed her a large bucket of salt, camphor, and bitter leaves. "Boil it, bathe with it at midnight, sing no song, speak no word, and whatever you do, if you hear your name being called, don't answer." Uju agreed. She didn't even argue about the price this time. At 11:59 p.m., she opened the hot concoction into a basin and poured it, and began her bath behind the house, shivering in the moonlight. She started bathing silent. Then suddenly, a voice called, "Ujunwa." She froze. "Uju baby," it said. She grabbed her chest. "Who they call me?" The voice again, "It's me, your destiny helper." It was dead Chief Okafor's voice. She opened her eyes. Chief Okafor was standing beside the goat house in boxer shorts, holding another bottle of schnapps and a ring. "Marry me now, or I'll pour this drink and declare you my wife before the gods." Uju screamed, ran inside, and locked every door and window. She spent the night praying in tongues she didn't know she had. The next morning, she removed the waste beads and buried it beside the toilet pit. She blocked all 5 widowers, changed her WhatsApp name to Saved and Sanctified, and she even went to a night vigil and gave testimony. "I thank the Lord who delivered me from beads and men who smell like aboniki," she said. Till today, if you go to Nkwo Market and mention waist beads near Uju baby, she would throw her shoe at you. She is still single, still selling small chops, but now she prefers love with pepper, not jazz with promise. Moral of the lesson: if you must wear waist beads, don't tie your destiny to what you didn't read instructions for, and never wear charms to a funeral. The spirits might not return them. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this amazing story. If you did, please subscribe, like, and comment for more amazing stories like this.